Hey bass anglers, fish obsessed or NBT Trident Mount, which one is best for your forward facing sonar needs this season? We're going to talk a little bit today about the benefits of both, and we'll make decisions on what we want to use that maybe edges out the competition. So what I've got here is the new NBT Marine forward facing sonar mount system and the fish obsessed mount system that I've used for the past couple of years, and just talk a little bit about the benefits, pros and cons of them each. So let's start with the fish obsessed. The fish obsessed mount has been a standby for me. It's provided some adjustability. It's got, a spinning twist out locking mechanism on here to allow for different adjustments that can be made, turning your forward facing sonar to perspective and having that attached to your shaft with the typical Allen head screw system here. This has been very dependable. I've used it for the past couple of seasons. It adjusts very nicely. It's spring locked, so it stays put. It mounts onto the shaft, albeit the trolling motor shaft shapes are getting to be a little bit different than this perfectly round setup, but it nonetheless tightens down and works well. The one thing I would say about the fish obsessed that maybe was a little bit of a hassle at times was the fact that it mounted to the actual transducer via a system that the tightening of your transducer mounted to this particular piece is behind this. So in order to tighten your transducer up, you had to undo these hex head screws, pull it off to access the backside of this, to be able to get at it, to tighten down your system. And that's been solved with the NBT Marine. The fish obsessed looks like it was made with a plastic, a very hard composite plastic. So it was very durable, no problems with durability at all with this. My only issue was that one related to tightening the transducers down. So this year, to solve that issue, I got the Trident, NBT Trident forward-facing mount. It came in this nice individual box. This particular one I got a dual kit for my LVS 34 Garmin transducers. It came in a nice padded box with the billeted aluminum pieces, and they were powder coated black. It came with two, so I got one because I have a forward-facing setup, and then another one for perspective, as I will be running those in tandem this year on my fishhawk. So I wanted that adjustability. I wanted the ability and the adjustability to have those things put on my shaft and have a lightweight, strong system to use them both. One of the other things that I've done here is I've set it up such, you can see here, just a loose cable tie here, nothing tight to hold it to the bracket. And then I've come up and I've electrical taped this up the shaft. And then I've left myself some room here on the shaft because I'm set up, I've got a little gap here, and then I've left a gap here so that I can lift that whole trolling motor section up. That's a good foot right there. And then I've got several inches up here that I can pull that up to isolate and get that perspective mode transducer as high up in the water column as possible. If I'm in really shallow water, I'll want to have that thing up as high as possible. So as you can see from the video here, I've got them in the down position. You can make adjustments very easily by unscrewing the top threaded bolt that's on here, and then they're keyed and locked in with a kind of a 360-degree keying system on here, so you can make minor adjustments to this. Simply, when you get it up, just by unscrewing it, untightening it, and then moving it, your small adjustments, and then screwing it back in. That's very important when you're talking about both forward-facing and perspective live sonar mounts. What they don't tell you when you buy those things is the amount of adjustability that's required to get the most out of them fishing. In the forward-facing mode, for instance, if you want to be able to see your bait hit the water, splash on the top of the water if you're using top water, you're going to have to make adjustments to your forward-facing mounting setup alignment. you might have to turn that thing up farther than you would otherwise if you're fishing deeper and just care about the last 2/3 of the depth of your of your cast. So there's a lot of adjustability, and likewise with the perspective mount setup, you want that perspective mount, if you're in very shallow water, to be as far up your trolling motor shaft as possible, and you want your angle to be maybe a little more shallow than if you're fishing deep and you want to turn that thing down to get a picture of the bottom more. So a lot of adjustability required to dial in for the depth and the particular way that you're fishing. So you want to get them both dialed in, and this NBT system allows you to dial that in without having to take any hex head bolts out, without any loosening of your equipment on the fly. And then of course the billeted aluminum, powder coated aluminum, is this super light, super strong, mounts to the shaft similarly to the Fish Obsessed with the this hex bolt grab bracketing system. So that works very simply too. But what I like is the adjustability on the transducer mounts, the 3 different sections here where you can simply reach over, loosen it, make a slight adjustment, tighten it back up, and you're ready to rock, and you've made your adjustment. So super high quality product made by NBT Marine. I'm not sponsored by them. I just saw it. It looked like the best available bracket for the forward-facing mounts on the market. And so purchased them, and sure enough, they are super high quality. I'm going to love the ability to make those on-the-fly adjustments to key in and hone in that picture on what I'm seeing out there to maximize my capability to use that technology to catch some fish. So super product, great adjustability, high quality. I don't think you could go wrong if you put that on. Bulletproof. I'm thinking it's going to be super durable. I'm excited to get it on the water and try it out, and we'll let you know how that works out on the water. Hope that tip was helpful. Please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time on the water.